everybody. I know it's been a long time since I've done videos. I completely dropped off the semi-regular video making. Just haven't had a lot of interesting things to talk about. I know that some of you, when you do see me in chats on different channels and stuff, you say it's good to see me. I'm glad to see you guys too. I just don't get enough done. So the health thing continues to be a big struggle, big struggle. It's probably just a genetic thing that they don't know much about at all. In fact, it's the one I have is not studied enough to have a name or a disease or really. My camera is on a tripod-like thing, but it's not the most secure, so I'm not hanging on to it. See, both hands on the wheel. So if you see it moving around, it's because it's not sturdy, not because I'm holding it and paying attention to it instead of the road. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. So the problem I have, well, I have 4 variants and genetic variants, and they don't think I have 3 of them. But of course, science is still progressing, and the genetic thing is, like trying to study outer space. We know very little about it. So I do think I have the one variant that they don't think that I have, because of the way my bones and my feet and my fingers change and become disfigured or whatever. But whatever. The one they think I do have is, no, they can't say that I have it, but the one that makes sense because of the way you inherit genes from a mom and a dad and whatever. Oh, it's really starting to rain. Is something to do with your collagen, and it's under the umbrella of like muscular dystrophy. Ehlers-Danlos people who talk about their disease, it seems a lot like a lot of my problems, so whatever. So, just trying to get to work every day, which I don't. I've only had one full paycheck in I don't know how many months or year or whatever. I'm just exhausted just trying to get to work. But I am figuring it out a little bit more. I follow an Ehlers-Danlos support group, and so some of the things they talk about is real helpful about trying to stay active but safe and that kind of thing. So anyway, the physical part, the health part has been really difficult, but I'm still puttering along. I'm still getting to work a lot of days. Yeah, so anyway, speaking of health, I'm going to try to remember to put a link to a GoFundMe in my description box when I post this, if I post this. I know a special education teacher that she has been on dialysis 3 times a week that I know of for her kidneys, and she's been on a transplant list for years, and she still goes to work every day. She's the sweetest, well, every day. She has her dialysis appointments and then comes to work. She is the sweetest person, and she is so wonderful. Her name is Kristen, and she is so wonderful with the kids, and she's so delightful. When I don't feel good, I get something I can't say on here. She is still so sweet to the kids. Well, she finally got her kidney transplant, which is like a miracle, right? Because getting matched up for transplants is not always easy, right? So she's off of work now, recovering from her transplant, and so that means she gets whatever kind of disability, kind of, I don't know how it works, but when you're off work for a long time and you get the percentage of your pay, she's like in that process right now. I rarely ask people to donate to things, especially GoFundMe, because I figure a lot of GoFundMes are rip-offs, or they could be scams, right? But this GoFundMe, I know that it's by her, and I know that her classroom assistant is on board and a part of this, and so it's legit. If you have a couple extra dollars, please consider donating to Kristen, because I know it takes a long time for your transplant to get where you can be back in public and working and all that kind of stuff. And so her income is really hit hard by this procedure. So if I remember to put it down there, if I post this, if I feel like it's interesting enough and I put it down there, please consider donating even a couple bucks, because she is a sweetheart. And this health thing was, she's a sweetheart, and she didn't deserve this kind of thing. And it's wonderful that she did get her transplant. So today I am up. This is Sunday. Happy Sunday. I am up out of bed. I've washed my hair. I got it in a ponytail. I'm dressed. I'm out of the house. So that's a big deal for me for a lot of days. I'm trying not to smile because I drink my coffee and then I brush my teeth, because I don't want my bean water to taste minty. I'm up and I'm going, and I'm headed to Berryville Ham Fest. So Berryville for me is not the other side of Winchester, but I go to Winchester first and then I turn to head towards Berryville. Berryville Ham Fest is a ham radio flea market kind of thing. I don't know exactly, but it is, I can do my testing there. So I had already thought about going to it to look like at radios, different kinds of radios and that kind of thing. So then I realized last week, I think it was, that I could test there and get my license, my beginner license. It's called technician, and it's pretty limited on what you can do on the radio, but it's a start. I hope you can hear me over the rain. Wow. So yes, I'm going out to an outdoor festival, even though it's raining like this, because on the radar it looks like there's bands of rain moving from like Virginia, Maryland, West Virginia, like it's going up, but it's bands instead of like the whole region. So I'm hoping that there'll be enough of a timeout from the rain for me to get through the festival. But anyways, so when I had my Jeep, I really liked having a CD in the Jeep. I like listening. I like when you travel and you can say, you know, there's a speed trap up ahead. And I really liked when there was a thing called skip, and the atmosphere would help you. You could hear way long distance. So I always kind of liked that. And then I always thought a little bit about getting a ham radio for emergencies or to listen on and be nosy or whatever. But I was kind of like, you know, whatever. Until Warren started coming up to visit all the time, bringing his radio, and I started doing the POTA, which is Parks on the Air, with him. I went along and listened. I sat in a chair and crocheted while he did POTA. But that you can hear, you can say hello to somebody across the world is pretty amazing to me. I like that a lot. So that made me feel like maybe I want to get my license and get a little radio. And then he says he's setting me up with he's giving me, he always gives me his hand-me-downs of different things, tools and stuff. And so he said that the radio, he's got a couple radios, and the one in the truck he's going to give me, which is just a 10 meter, which is If I get my technician license, I'm limited to only 10 meter, but you can still sometimes hear really far and talk really far. And then of course at my house, I'm up there on the ridge, and he has a permanent string out there in the trees that's an antenna that he can hear all over and talk to all over the world. So I had been kind of PotaPower. I think their channel's PotaPower 01, but it's POTA Power, and they're a ham radio couple. They crack me up. They do the POTA contests all the time, and they're so nice, and they're silly, and they're outgoing, and they're vibrant, unlike my hermit self. I love listening to their channel. Their YouTube channel. And then when Warren's at the house, sometimes we hear them and we can talk to them. And I actually got on and said hi under his channel control license, whatever. I said hi briefly. So if you get a chance, go see PotaPower on their channel. They're funny. So she sent me her study book. But I'm just so out of it so much of the time. I also got an online study thing. And then I got an app on my phone too. So I could listen to it while I was driving. I could listen to it right when I was going to bed. Has all these practice tests and that kind of thing. So that was really awesome that I had all these things to study with, and then I found out that I could test here, so I've really been cramming. So I think I'm totally prepared to get the technician test license taken care of, but I don't know. The next step is general, and I don't know if I'm ready for that. I didn't have enough time to cram for that. So I'm making a turn to go to a gas station so I can pee. So I'm gonna shut this off. I'm here at the Berryville Ham Fest, and it's raining like crazy. Not much going on because a lot of people are packing up and leaving by the time I get here, but we're hanging out for a little bit until it's time to test. Okay, say hi.
Hi.
Who are you? Julie and Vaughn are going to be watching maybe.
Hi, Kilo Delta 3 Alpha Golf Sierra. Hi, Julie.
Well, hello there. I'm N3ION, November 3, India Oscar November.
That's the most appropriate you've ever been. So, Julie, I got my good luck bands on. Gonna go test for technician in a little bit and hopefully pass. I don't know if I'll test for general or not. We'll see. You gonna show me what you got?
Show us what you got.
Can I do that?
Have you seen that episode?
I can never go out in public with these two.
I got a new thing for my truck.
I have an extra strong magnet mount. I drove over my magnet mount one day. Not only did it fall off the truck because I hit something with it, I backed up over it looking for it. So finally, months later, I finally bought a new one. $25.
Nice.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be $35.
We did that up at Whitehorse, didn't we? When we ran over it.
Yep.
Tree knocked it off the roof, and then we backed up into the parking
Still
spot.
ticking. Still ticking. A little staticky. Got a little noise in it. You know.
Yeah.
It moves, it wags, kind of. It's broke, it cracked. It has some grass in it still, I think.
Yeah. And then Ron, what do you got? Your
I was
mesh-tastic?
just holding up my Seed WIA or Seed T1000 my mesh-tastic. I don't know why I'm carrying it. Nobody talks to me.
Yeah. So
At least we know
Julie
where
likes
it's at.
mesh-tastic, I think. That's where I first heard about mesh-tastic, is from Julie. And then when I said mesh-tastic, then you said that you were getting into that too, I think around the same time.
Yeah.
And so you're trying to set me up with the mesh-tastic node something or other
Put a
up
solar,
at the hill.
I'm gonna try to put a solar beacon. I don't know what they call that. What do you call that?
A solar node.
Solar node. At yeah. Powered. Solar.
Yeah. So yeah. So clearly there's not a whole lot going on because of the amount of rain, so we're just entertaining ourselves, which with these two is always something else.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
But we're talking mesh-tastic nodes, we're talking magna mounts, magna things, we're talking about radio stuff. Ron, are you going to go do that POTA then after you leave here?
Yeah.
Okay, so Ron's going to go POTA. Is that 3-hour drive after you leave here?
No, it's like an hour and a half.
Hour and a half drive? Okay.
I'm having chicken.
And Warren's got a one-track mind on chicken. Ron's got a one-track mind that we are able to talk about POTA, and I'm just worried about my test. So
And a Yaesu handheld.
yeah,
I'm thinking
Yeah.
about that.
Ron's thinking about shopping but didn't bring cash. So he would like to. What's that thing you want?
The Yaesu radio.
Yeah.
FT5DR. Yeah.
Yeah. So
But
we're
I
just
didn't
hanging.
bring cash, so.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing until test time. I got about an hour and a half till test time. I'm nervous. As soon as I passed my test, he said, Julie's online, or on whatever. He got a ham alert. So we ran right back over here to the fairgrounds, and we're going to see if we can hear Julie from here. Julie and Vaughn.
Well, you cannot.
We cannot. Yay, I did it. I did it. I had Warren take a picture or two in the parking lot. So now I'm driving home. It's been a busy day. I'm exhausted. I'm going to stop by Wild Roots Cafe, I think, to eat. I usually, when I'm in Winchester area, I stop at Bojangles and get chicken. But Wild Roots, I can go there instead for about the same price. A really good sandwich. So Warren gave me another Baofeng, which I love because it's blue. He doesn't like because he's got a whole bunch already. He's got a huge collection, and the voice on this one is a dude's voice. You know, you push the scanning button and it goes, scanning. And I think his others, he may get to change the voices on. This one, I think maybe that's the only voice option. I don't know. So Ron is going to make me a, the thing that you put on the end of your antenna, your end fed, and hook your radio wire to. I just took the test and I can't remember. Is that the transformer? I can't remember. And Warren, next time he's up, he's gonna give me the radio, the 10-meter radio. It's on a stand, I'm not holding it. And he's gonna get me hooked up to the antenna and all that, and I'm gonna be set up with my radio next time he gets up here. Next time he gets up here, by that time I should have my call sign through the email, I guess, from the SCC. So there I am. I am almost a licensed ham radio operator technician. Exciting. I hope you've had a good day. The weather here, rain. It's not raining right now, but it looks like more rain's coming. It was in the upper 70s. Right now it says 82. So I think that's probably been the highest. Too humid for me. Way too humid for me. But nice day. Had a fun day. So yeah, hope you guys are having a fun day. And I will see you. I think that's all. Bye.